Hi there, I'm Colin and this is my new book, Getting to Heaven on a Harley. Cool title, don't you think? You know what, and I'm really excited about it because I think you're going to really love it. It's light and funny, and yet at the same time there's a serious side to it, and it will really help you with your life. Once you've had a chance to read it, I'm sure you'll agree with me that the book has a very broad appeal. So you might want to forward this email on to some of your friends who you think might like it. Don't delete it, because you're going to come back to it once you've read the book. I start the book out with a story, fiction of course, about a guy called Steve Parker, who crashes his Harley and is dead by the end of the first sentence. The rest of the story is about what happens between the moment he realizes he's dead to where he finds himself, after many adventures, speeding up the tunnel of light on a Harley with Joe, another wandering soul he befriended, riding on the back, holding on for dear death. At the end of the tunnel of light, Steve is met by Harley, his angel of incarnation, the one who prepared him for his soul's journey. When Harley was in a body himself, he was a biker, so he still had a passion for the Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Harley takes Steve into this room of light, and in this room are all the souls there that have gathered, all the souls that were part of his life, that were there for him before he went incarnated, during his lifetime, and now of course they're here to help to do the life review with Harley and to discuss how it all went, how their plans that were discussed before he went in actually have come to fruition, how it all worked out in the earth plane, how they might have changed things as Steve went through his life, and so on. Now, all this, of course, is by way of reinforcing the underlying principles of radical forgiveness. But it also reveals the underlying truth, our spiritual truth, about our reality, about death itself, and what happens afterwards, about how life really works at the spiritual level, and so on. And you know, I really think this is going to help you look at your own life and learn a tremendous amount about how you have lived your life and what it all means. What I do next, though, in part 2 of the book, is to invite you to imagine that you have died and you're going through your own life review process, looking at everything that has happened to you through the same lens, witnessing the truth of your own story, just like Steve did with his. I guide you through the process page by page and give you assignments to do, research assignments if you will, that will help you understand your whole life. You'll get to understand who your parents were, and why you chose them, and what they did for you. You'll probably get to see what generational pain that you brought forward into your life from the past, and perhaps even past lives. You're going to learn an awful lot about your own self through doing these assignments. And so this is a workbook in that sense, as well as a storybook, and it's very, very educational in that sense. Now, I believe, I have a strong conviction here, that you would not be using this book, you wouldn't even be listening to this email, if you weren't already at the stage of awakening where you were ready to put your life into a different phase of development. Up until this point, you have been developing your spiritual karma, so to speak, and experiencing life in the way that you wanted to experience it when you came in for your soul growth. So, in part 3, I take that assumption forward, and I assume that you're at this point where you've sort of either at the point of awakening or have already awakened to very much the truth of who you are and what the spiritual reality of life really is, and then invite you to do some more assignments that are going to take you further into that process of waking up and staying awake, which is even more important. You are also invited to discover your purpose, why you're here, what is the meaning of your life, and all that kind of thing. So that's a big part of the section 3 of the book. Section 4 is very simple. It's you'll probably be familiar with most of it because it's outlining the radical forgiveness tools and how they work and what you have to do to use them. And it also features the new Radical Forgiveness worksheet that has just gone up on the website. So this is the first explanation really of that particular worksheet. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you love it just the way that I got a kick out of writing it anyway. And I hope you'll pass it on to all your friends and to pass this email on and let them experience the book. So there you have it. A book you'll find inspiring as well as educational. A book that will help you see how your life has worked perfectly up to now, and one that will help you plan where you want to go next as you connect fully to the truth of who you are. We describe this as a Radical Karma workbook. You can buy it in any bookstore, of course, Amazon.com, or you can come direct to our website, www.radicalforgiveness.com, and buy it there. You'll also find a full synopsis of the book on our site. So, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoy the book.